Good morning, good morning. All right, so today I kind of want to go over like the progressions that I've made on the account so far. As you can see right up here, we are officially funded. That is great news, right? I mean, we passed the account. I believe it was like 4 or 5 days ago. Um, and it's been a little bit wonky since then, honestly. So today I kind of want to go over um, like the subject of seeing true proof that you can do something and then how it correlates to improvement afterwards. As you can see, I'll go to account details here. You can kind of see on my first day on the account, I got this, you could say win, but honestly, I wouldn't. I'd say I got lucky here. My model didn't really show, and I ended up just getting impatient and wanting to trade anyways, since I had just passed the account the day before on Tuesday the 9th, right? So, with that said, um, I don't count this as a win, right? And this was a break even yesterday, which means that so far we have, we'll say, 0 wins on the account. And I think it's a mental blockage. Honestly, I think my model has proof that it works, right? We've seen that on the other account, and we've seen that from PB Blake, who I got the model from, right? So overall, we know that this model works, but then as you can see here, I've had 5 trading days with basically a 0% win rate. That is horrible, right? And I think that the thing is, I've never been on a funded account that's truly been funded. I've never passed eval. This is my second ever, like, prop firm account ever. I blew the first one, this is my second, and I passed this one. So now, being here in this funded stage is kind of taking me for a loop, and it feels like very intimidating. So I'm trying to, I think there's a couple things that I have made mistakes on, right? Like, since I passed the account, I feel like I've gotten kind of lazy. During the school year, right, I was out of bed, I was moving around, and I was awake, I was getting sun. Recently, I've been waking up at 8. I'll grab a protein bar out of my desk drawer right here, and I'll eat one of these Gatorade protein bars. Very good, by the way. Um, and then I'll have an Alani, and I'll sit in bed, and I'll just look at the markets and take trades from my bed, literally right over there. And I feel like that's had a negative effect on me because getting out of bed and getting to like go sit in the sun. I have a great back patio. I really should be going sitting out there and working in the sunlight, getting awake, moving around, but I haven't been doing that recently. And I think that that also correlates into this because just like I said in my last video, like your habits are very important for how you trade and your mental clarity as you trade. I think that being in bed, the same place that I just slept for 8 hours, uh 30 minutes prior, and trying to take logical thought through trades isn't gonna be as easy in bed, and honestly it's just not as good for you. I think that being awake and moving around is gonna be a good thing. So starting tomorrow, I'm gonna start waking up at like 7:30 instead of 8, so I have more time to wake up, and then I will go kind of move around. I think I'm gonna go for a morning walk, kind of trade off my phone for the first 15 minutes of market open, and then get home, get on the laptop, trade from there. Um, but I really need to. I think that my pace will pick up a lot if I can just get one true win, right? Like on the other account, most of my wins were like $800, $700, something like that. So when I see when I can finally get like um what is it, like the proof of the pudding or whatever, however the saying goes, and I can kind of see that it's possible on this intimidating funded account where I'm truly in this phase, um that I'm getting close to a payout, right? Like, I mean, I'm not close yet. I've only got one minimum profit day and I've got negative 500 on the account. So there's plenty of work to be done before I can actually like get more proof, right? Because right now I need proof to see that I can trade and win trades on this account, on these funded accounts, and see that, wow, this isn't like as intimidating as I thought. It's the same markets as it was in eval. So once I get over that mental blockage and kind of win a trade and see that it's possible, I think that I'll start to pick up. And then after that, then we're getting more proof because then it's I'm aiming to get a payout of over 1,500 bucks. I think that that's doable as long as I could get a win, right? Because that should get me into at least a profit margin, get me another minimum profit day. And hopefully I'll be able to take a max payout, but a minimum of 1,000 would be really nice, right? Um, but then after that, it's more proof. Taking a payout is proof that trading can make me money, right? So then that's going to propel me more. And then with that payout, I can buy more funded accounts. And with those funded accounts, I just have to keep repeating the process, but it'll be easier and easier because I've seen that I can do it, right? So getting that tangible proof, right, in your hands, like if I go to my certificates, you can see right here, I got this. I want to, with my first payout, I want to buy a plaque that gets me not this evaluation one, but I want to get a payout plaque for my first payout just to remember it. Even if it's not a max payout, I still want to buy a plaque. They're only like 80 bucks. Um, and get some tangible proof that this is really possible, right? I've got a lot of people, my friends, my family, they're not rude about it, but like obviously I could see why they would be skeptical. They're like, Cohen, go get a part-time job, go get blah 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 blah. Right now, I don't have a job. I quit my job once I passed, or once I bought this eval, honestly, which was a little premature. I probably could have kept the job for longer, but honestly, I don't think that I am built for corporate work. I'm not. I worked at a grocery store. I hated every day of it, and the money just wasn't enough to me. I feel like $600 paychecks every 2 weeks is not enough money. So, I'm putting all of my effort into this and into, getting in better shape. I'm a lot leaner. I know you can't really tell, but I used to be quite overweight. Um, but like this summer has been good for me, and I just want to keep propelling myself forward through this account and kind of, understand that we're doing better. So today, actually, I'll show you the trade that I took today, and I lost this one. I lost 300 bucks today. Um, it was around here. I think my stop loss was up at this top margin. If I had been more patient, honestly, I'm not gonna go into the details of this trade. It was a bad trade. I stand on that. I don't think today was a good trade right here. So I'm not going to get into it. But up here, this would have been a glorious trade. I'm going to be honest. We have this small SMT right here with ES, right? Where we're over on ES, we're under on NASDAQ. So we've got this little SMT, and we've got this 1 hour fair value gap tap, which was completely untapped prior, which is what we look for in my model. We want a untapped fair value gap. So this high time frame fair value gap that we tapped into up here, along with creating an SMT, was a very good model, as well as the fact that there are no equal lows that we're looking down at. A part of my model is don't trade against like equal highs or equal lows. So up here, I believe last night there was some equal highs, and then down here, I guess there was these relatives, but nothing crazy. And then we come down here, we've got this little spike back up. As downtrends work, lower low, lower high. So we're coming down after this SMT. I would have probably entered shorts around here. Stop loss goes right there. And then normally when I'm trading like this, I think I would have just done a trailing stop loss where I slowly just trail this down, because that's the way that I like to trade currently. All-time highs, I was doing it more often, but I really do like trailing stop loss. And like you can see right here, this would have banked today. I think this would have been like $1,000 trade if I had just been patient and kind of stayed in the markets. After I lost this trade, I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. If I had just been more patient, waited for the setup instead of going and showering and making breakfast, I think, today would have been still a positive 500 or so day, which, give or take, count it, because I lost the trade prior. I don't really like trading 2 times a day, so that's a little bit iffy. But that's my prerogative today. I think that I definitely could have done better. I think patience is something that I need to work on, and I think that getting out of bed and going and like moving around and trading somewhere else is also something that I want to start doing. So obviously, not super proud of where I am right now. I think that there's a lot of improvement to be done, but I think that there's also you know, a lot that I've done so far. I mean, I came into this, I've been trading for, I want to say, 2 months. I've only been on 2 accounts and I already passed an eval. So I've heard people that took 20 to pass, not to talk down on other people, obviously, but I'd say that I'm still, regardless of the performance on this eval or this funded account right now, I'm still, you know, performing above the average margin, which I'm proud of. And I just want to, up these numbers, get these red days gone as much as possible, and get that win rate back up to how it was in eval. Because I had around a 75-80% win rate in eval. And then now we're coming in, and I've got basically a 0. So, lots of improvement to be done, and I'll keep you guys posted. I appreciate you watching my videos, and I appreciate your support. So, wish you all a good one. Have a good one, and peace out.